to celebrate Sahasrara Day. It was not very difficult for me to open the Sahasrara because there were so many seekers in this world. Because, of course, I studied also the permutations and combinations from which you all are, in a way, suffering. Also, the time had come. I felt horrible gurus who are really devils are trying to capture all the seekers. I thought it's high time that Sahasrara should be opened up. It was not like Christ's crucifixion by any chance. In those days, one had to do a lot of tapasya, and that's what he went through. But in these modern times, what you know is much more important than what you do. It is such a universal awareness now, because of maybe medias, because of communications, because of traveling, that a human mind knows a lot. It knows so much sometimes that its brain cannot even bear it. It is so overloaded with ideas. And also, the human mind is all the time anxious to grasp, absorb and retain whatever he thinks is knowledge. But he lacks discretion, so all kinds of things are accumulated in his brain in the modern times. Especially with the advent of all these media like television, computers, not a media, but it's quite a complicated brain again. The man had to know the technique of all these things very much. And this technique, if he understood, he could do many things, many more things than your forefathers could. Thus materialism started taking its own development in the minds of people. So the curse of human beings at that time was materialism. When I felt that Sahasrara must be opened up. So this is how, when the Sahasrara opened, the Kundalini started moving towards this divine power, getting connected with it, and was all the time flowing within you. When the Nirvikalpa state came. Now when it is coming through the Sahasrara, one has to know that the Sahasrara has to be clean so that the flow of divine power is going, penetrating without any obstacle, without getting impure, without getting into any kind of problems. So to get to that level, to that state, all the Sahaja, I am happy to know, are trying to work it out, their own individual meditations also, so that this growth should take place. Thus, you get enlightenment in a full way. But then one must ask why, for what? What's the purpose? What's the aim? The aim is, your aim is lost. You don't seek for aims at all anymore. This pandal was built with such great ability, for which we didn't pay anything. Everybody was working here day and night in the rainy season, and I was quite worried about them. I said, what's the matter? Just we are enjoying, mother, we are enjoying. I'm not enjoying. We are enjoying the rain, all right. We are enjoying the cold, all right. Enjoying everything, lifting all these heavy things, everything we are enjoying. I was quite surprised at them. Nobody had any complaints, but everybody was just on the warpath, building this tent for you. So what happens? Once your sahasrara is clean, this flow of joy doesn't allow you even to think that you are exerting or you are working. Then we have some Sahajogis who have such problems, who come to Sahaja Yoga with problems. Then these people see them with these problems, they are still continuing. Now the sahasrara doesn't want to accept it. It's terrible. I was like him. No more. Me, I don't want to be that. So they abhor the person who was just like them. They just can't bear him. They just can't tolerate. Then I would say, still, you have to grow. You have to grow. Your sahasrara has to be cleansed out at such a speed, at such a level and stage, that like soap cleanses everything, it should cleanse everything else. Should not be afraid of anything. Should not have any worry about the conditionings of others or ego of others. That is the state now we have to reach. Today is the Sahasrara day, is the 23rd Sahasrara day. And I shouldn't expect much. I don't want to say anything much about it. But I wish and I hope that all the 1,000 petals of your Sahasraras will be so cleansed that you will never catch from anybody, you will never be frightened of anybody. You will be masters of all kinds of curatives, and also you will be the one who can give solace, peace to others. You will be the one who will be organizing programs outside. You will be the one who will be responsible for Sahaja Yoga. And when that happens, then we can see that these 1,000 petals of the Sahasrara have opened out. These 1,000 petals are not yet awakened. They signify the different 1,000 powers of the goddess. Minimum of minimum. These 1,000 ones you can open out yourself by introspection, by looking at yourself, making fun of yourself. Know thyself means know yourself with all the defects you have and also the potential you have and all the good points you have. So as far as you are concerned, when you are looking at yourself, you should just see to the defects that you have. Why do I behave like this? Why do I assert so much? What's the problem? Why can't I see myself clearly? With that transparency of your Sahasrara, you can see your heart, you can see your mind, you can see yourself fully, clearly. What's wrong with you? This transparency can come only if you have really the pure desire, Shuddha Ichha, to be of that level. Now there is no competition between A and B. We don't say that you got the first prize for coming out of the Sahasrara, or we don't say you have the second prize. There's nothing like first, second in Sahaja. Because we are not running the race. There's no competition between us. Whatever we are doing is for our own satisfaction. Now think of something. There are 5 people who are running. Now they have to think out of these 5 people who goes first. Here it is the other way round. The 5 people are meditating. Now, everyone individually has to see for himself if he satisfies himself or not. Nobody else is going to give a certificate. It is you who has to give certificate to yourself, honestly. It's a very different position. It is you, your Sahasrara, and your attention. And you have to see within yourself, how far have I realized my own powers, my own compassion, my own personality. You will have to test it yourself. It is you are the one who decides. When you are the one who is running, it is you are the one who decides without running. Then what is the question of competition? The whole thing disappears into nothing. As I told you the other day, an analogy, that if you are looking at the mirror, then you are the one who is observing. Your reflection is the one that is observed, and there is the action of seeing. So you are in 3 dimensions. But supposing you become the mirror yourself, the whole process is reversed. You see yourself. You don't have to see because you are seeing it all the time. It's just spontaneous. In the same manner, when it comes to Sahasrara, it is your Sahasrara itself gives you the full idea as to how you are. The diagnosis comes from your own Sahasrara. Your own Sahasrara tells you what centers are catching, because all the pitas of the 7 centers are in the Sahasrara. As if the Sahasrara is now watching yourself and reporting to you, see, this is wrong with you, this is wrong with you, this is wrong with you. So, Sahasrara, being the best well-wisher that you have, gives you the right information about yourself. So the best is that you correct yourself. So then achieve that perfect state. That is what you have to do. But once you have achieved the perfect state, you have achieved your aim, you have no aim left. Like the lights now. Till you have to make the lights, you have to work hard. Make the lights, put them right, do everything that is necessary. But once it is made and the light comes into it, then the job of the light is to give the light. So the first function is over. Now the second function is to give it back. You reach your aim, your destination. For example, I had to come here. Alright? So I come all the way from my house, come in the car, walk in and come and sit down here. Now it's finished that part. Over. Now I don't have to walk. Otherwise I'll be all the time running. So all this mad race of this brain stops. For what should it be used now? For enjoying the peace, for enjoying the joy, for enjoying the collectivity. So the labor or the hard work, or you can also say the planning of the future, finishes off. Only thing now you have got it, so better enjoy it. So we have lost now the sense of aim. We don't have any aims. We just want to enjoy. It's a very, very big thing that has happened, because, as you know, the joy in the Sahasrara is Nirananda. Nirananda. Of course, Nira is my name also, but it means pure, absolute joy. Nirananda. And that Nirananda, that joy, has no other hues. It's just pure, pure joy. Without thinking, it just pours into it. After all, every activity is for what? For getting some sort of a pleasure, sensation. And also some people believe for joy. It's not. Only after the opening of Sahasrara and the cleansing of it, then you know what is joy. You can't explain how you can spend hours together like this. People don't understand. Like even our mayor was telling me that we can't sit in the church for more than 15 minutes. And how people are sitting here for so many hours. 15 minutes we cannot sit, but how these people are sitting for such a long time? What are they doing there? What is their entertainment? How can they sit for hours together without saying anything, without dropping even a pin? They are just all the time there. So what have we given them? What is happening to them? This is very surprising and remarkable that these people who are not even Sahajogis can see clearly that you people are least bothered, you are absolutely enjoying life. Whatever you may be doing is not important. What is important is that whether you are working in the office or outside, You are full of joy, enjoying everything. This is the most important thing in life, which you can have only through Sahaja Yoga. Because your sastraras are open. Because they are open. There is now one more thing I have to tell you that is very important for all of you to remember. That while living in this ocean of joy, we have to remember that there are many who have not yet jumped into it. So we have to bring them in. And it's such a pleasure, such a joy to give realization to someone. Extremely joyful. So we need people who would come and say that we definitely come for this. They should really come forward. And once they come forward, you'll be amazed how things will work out. There are many I know who are going all over, everywhere, and spreading Sahaja Yoga. So it's very important for all of you to know that you have got the light to be given to others. Come forward. Don't have fear of your ego, conditioning, nothing. Come forward. You have all the strength, you have everything within yourself, and you will do everything with such happiness and joy. Everywhere, in every country, people are doing that, but some of them are doing, some of them are not doing. All of you are quite capable of doing it, so please come forward and see for yourself what you are capable of. First of all, you should have faith in yourself. If you have no faith in yourself, you cannot do anything. Have faith. You should have no fears of any kind. And also to introspect, to see within yourself what's going on. To be very frank, I find my brain absolutely empty. What I talk from this emptiness, I don't know. You will also find your brain absolutely empty. And still, with that empty brain, you will be achieving a lot. It's very remarkable, as you have seen that from the candle you get cool breeze. How can you get from the candle cool breeze? You do get. So it's important to recognize yourself as a Sahaja Yogi and to recognize what have you done for Sahaja Yoga. Without doing for Sahaja Yoga, you cannot enjoy life. That was your aim. And that's the aim you have reached. Now, if you don't, supposing I have to come and sit on this thing and I don't sit on this thing, then what's the use of coming here? I came here to tell you something about Sahasrara. And if I don't tell you, then what's the use of my coming here and celebrating Sahasrara Day? In the same way, when you have reached that state now, what you have to do is not to use for your own purpose. You have used it quite a lot. For your health, wealth, everything. Now, what are we doing about Sahaja Yoga? What have we done for Sahaja Yoga? After some time, you will do a lot and you will never know you have done anything for Sahaja Yoga. Very surprising it happens to so many of you. And should happen to all of you. I hope all of you will realize that your sastraras are clean, completely, you are perfectly all right. You don't have to worry about it, and you can really go ahead with spreading of Sahaja Yoga. May God bless you all.